Hey guys, welcome back to Loft Sports. My name is Seth, coming at you with the Big Red Report for the Ohio State week. This is the big one, guys. College Gameday's here. It always was the chance that could happen. The way things fell last week with Utah losing and Washington State. We got the game day game. I know a lot of people are already kind of dogging the game, saying it's not worthy of a game day. Ohio State's going to kill Nebraska, everything like that. But all College Game Day really is about, to me, is the celebration of the sport, the celebration of fan bases, the pageantry of college football. And to me, there's no better place than Lincoln, Nebraska on College Football Saturday. It's going to be a special atmosphere. Can the Huskers actually pull it off? That's the big question. We'll delve into that next. Alright, so I know normally this is just my own little section I do, but since it's the big one and I have a bona fide Husker hater in the house, even though he graduated from the University of Nebraska, I just wanted to bring him in. We've had a lot of conversations about this. I know he's got some things to say that I'm not going to say. What are your overall thoughts? First, game day being in Lincoln, and then do my Huskers even have a snowball's chance in hell at this?
Well, your first question there, I think it's awesome that game day's coming back. I think it's been since '07 when SC was in town that they've been in Lincoln. I know everybody back home is going to be super excited. Absolutely. They're going to try to get out. Nebraska will show out. That's one thing Husker fans can always say. Their fans are going to show up. I don't know about the team.
So, real quick, sorry, don't mean to cut you off. Last time they were there, we set the attendance record for game day. We held that until, was it just last year?
I think Missouri broke it, and then Washington State broke it.
Do we get the attendance record back? Do you think there's a chance there?
I think there's a chance. I mean, I don't know what the record is, so...
It'll be whatever we show up with on Saturday.
Okay, well, I'll give you the game day record, because that's probably the only thing you're going to get on Saturday, so I'll give that one to you. But, yeah, Nebraska fans, you know, they took over Colorado, basically annexed the city of Boulder for that entire day. So I have no doubt that if the game was played on the moon, Nebraska fans would find a way to get there. So
for sure,
you got that going for it. And game day does have a special place. The first sign that they actually had that started this whole tradition was actually when they went to Lincoln, I think in like '96 or '94, one of those years. So game day and Lincoln have a special place there.
They do. It does.
As for the on-the-field thing, Ohio State has struggled with some of these lesser teams in the past. See Purdue last year, Iowa a couple years ago, and teams they really have no business losing to. Ohio State is like an SEC team playing in the Big Ten. They have the 5-star receivers, the 5-star offensive and defensive line. They can play with anybody. Every position, there's an NFL player waiting to be born. Nebraska has some players. I like Adrian. I like Mo Washington. J.D. Spielman's got talent. I think
Wandale Robinson is coming. He had a great coming out party.
Defensively, I think you guys are still way away from where you want to be as far as talent. Mo Berry's not bad, but there's just a lot of question marks on the front, in the linebacking core, and in the secondary. I just haven't seen enough. Colorado had a big second half against you guys. Illinois scored way too many points. Now, I know you guys gave them some turnovers and some short fields.
We gave them a lot of short fields, a lot of opportunities.
But you I mean, they drove the field a couple times on you. They had a lot of yards rushing. Illinois shouldn't be pushing Nebraska around off the football. So I think you guys are going to have your hands full on Saturday.
All right. So one thing I think you're definitely wrong about is our defensive line. I think our defensive line is talented. A lot of the runs that have actually broke for teams are on the outside, where the outside backer is not setting the edge correctly, where the safety's coming down, taking a bad angle, being too much to the outside, like the Corbin run for a touchdown the other night. Markel, the sweep completely was way too wide, gave Corbin a huge lane. I think it's more to do with some other gap-filling things than our defensive line. I think our defensive line is actually the strength of this defense. Might be the strongest unit on the whole team, actually. All of them, they're big boys. Darian Daniels plugs up at least 2 guys. We got 900 and I think 80 pounds combined on that defensive line. They are tough to move. Teams are averaging only about 2 yards per carry against us coming into Saturday, and that's including that nasty half at Colorado. So I think the defensive line's better. I think the big issues are still kind of on the defensive side, but not there. I think it's more the secondary matching up against all that talent on Ohio State. I think if Ohio State wants to play an outside game, that's where they can beat us. But if they try to do things on the inside, they're not going to have much success. I firmly believe that, no matter how good they are. All right, so as I always do, it's time to go over my keys for this game. Number one thing we have to do, we have to take advantage of this atmosphere. Memorial Stadium at night is special. I don't care how bad our team has been or how good we are. It's a special atmosphere, one of the best places in college football. That's not even a homer opinion. You can Google it, research it, whatever you want. It's a special atmosphere. With game day there, that even amplifies it even more. I think another thing, it hasn't been announced yet, but I got a feeling this is going to be the debut for these sweet black shirt alternates. It could be a blackout in Memorial Stadium. That'd be really cool, something that I don't think we've ever done. So that'd be just another part of the atmosphere that's going to be created. The team has to feed off that. That's what college football is all about. And especially on our defensive side, defense is all about energy and playing together. And when that crowd is going, our defense is tough to move the ball against. We're going to need that crowd to be a huge factor if we have a chance to pull this off. Number two, we got to score early. We normally do a pretty good job of at least going down the field, getting a touchdown or a field goal on our opening drive. That opening script, that first 10 to 15 plays that all coaches have, Frosts are always really good, put us in good positions. We got to take advantage of that. We got to score early to help, just like I said, feed off that atmosphere and keep Ohio State. If they're going to go down and score, we at least got to punch with them early on to have its chance. The third thing, and this is honestly probably should be the number one thing, is the turnover battle. 4 turnovers against Illinois. Turnover problems all year. I think we have 9 fumbles lost already this year. That's just a disgusting number. It shouldn't happen. I know we do a lot of things. Zone read, mesh points are off right now a little bit. I get that. But we got to correct it. We cannot spot Ohio State extra possessions when we're already not as good of a team as they are. If we're going to pull this off, we got to get turnovers. We got to keep the ball. Let Adrian do what he does best. The last thing is going to be the special teams. Special teams have been really poor the last few weeks. We don't even have a kicker. Right now our kicker is a walk-on safety who just happened to be a kicker at Air Force. It is what it is. Isaac Armstrong is actually doing a really good job punting, helping flip the field when he has opportunities. The kick return is almost non-existent. The kick return defense, so basically when we're kicking off, that's been bad. Special teams, it just needs to be better. We can't spot Ohio State any sort of extra momentum off a big return, a block kick, anything like that. We got to shore up the special teams if we're even going to have a chance at this thing. All right, those are my keys. Do we have a chance is the big question. I do think we have a chance to pull this off. We got talent, more than Ty thinks, more than I think the nation thinks. I think we may have been hiding some things for this game too. Frost busted out a lot of new stuff last year against Ohio State. I think we'll see some of that. If Mo Washington's healthy, I think we need him and Wan'Dale Robinson, J.D. Spielman all on the field, so it's not all on Adrian's shoulders. We have the talent to move the ball against Ohio State. We have the talent to score points. I think the biggest thing is really just going to be the defense, making some stops early on, maybe even some early turnovers. That's what we're going to need to pull it out. Do I think it's going to happen, though? I don't. To be honest, I think we can hang with them a little bit. We might even get out to a quick start against them. They're just too talented. They've been dominant the last decade or so. We're trying to get to that point. We're still in a building process, and their foundation is already set. Building's built. Everything is running just as it always does there. Fields is a great quarterback. He's definitely the best quarterback we've played against, not even close. I think all the quarterbacks combined probably aren't even as good as he is. He's a very special player. We're going to have to really contain him. I just don't necessarily see it happening. I think this is going to be a game we look back, and it's going to be a 20-point loss, I think. Going to hang around, going to score some points. But guys, I think this is a game we're going to lose 52 to say 31. I think that's just where we're at. Illinois scored a lot of points, even off, like Ty was saying when I let him come on here. They did drive the ball, and that's Illinois, which is nowhere near Ohio State. It is what it is right now. It's going to be a special atmosphere, but I just don't think we're going to be able to match that atmosphere and get the W. I think it'll be a great day, though. A lot of things to be excited about. And we're going to hang with them for a little bit. And I don't think that's really a bad thing for where we're at. I think everything is still to play. I don't think too many fans expected us to win this game at the start of the year. I was one of them. But the team just hasn't lived up to those expectations. It is what it is. Enjoy it. Husker Nation, show out. Let's get that attendance record back. Let's just have a great day with it.